Are you stuck with all these inquiries on your credit and you're looking desperate to the banks and lenders because you got 30 inquiries on your credit report because you went to a car lot and they ran your credit around the block, then some, right? They don't ran you through the whole block and now your credit is shot. Yes, you got a 700 credit score, but you can't qualify for anything to save your life, not even a library card because you got all these inquiries and you look thirsty. If that's you, guess what? I got a solution. I have a way you can take off all these inquiries within 24 hours. Yes, you heard correctly. So stay tuned. I'm going to be breaking down step by step on how you can remove these inquiries off of your credit report within 24 hours. All right. So now make sure you like and subscribe and you share this YouTube channel. And that way you stay tuned to up to dates with the value that we're going to be sharing, everything about Airbnb, credit, and business funding. My name is Eugene. I'm a 10 plus year entrepreneur. I've been in that credit space for 7 plus years. So what I'm going to share with you guys is not just theory. It's not what I just think or what I heard regurgitate. It's actually what I did myself. I actually removed inquiries about 3 weeks ago off my credit report. I do it all the time where I'm applying for funding and then I get my inquiries cleaned up. And now I'm able to go out there and apply for more funding as well, too. So if something that you're looking to do as well, too, and you got all these inquiries in your credit report and you want to learn how to move off these inquiries, then you want to stay tuned and keep watching. Why inquiries are important? Why do you want to have these inquiries off your credit report? What is an inquiry? So an inquiry is basically where a bank or a lending institution pull your credit report to see what your credit score is, and it will leave you with an inquiry. You have two types of inquiries. Number one, you have a hard inquiry, where the hard inquiry where basically is going to leave you an inquiry on your credit report. You'll see it. As for example, Capital One pulled your credit report September 26th. That's going to show your credit report. Okay? Credit inquiries can stay on your credit report for 2 years before it falls off your report. That's a long time. That's about 700 plus days on your credit report, showing that this company pulled your credit report. Okay? Now, you guys get this inquiries removed. Now, the second part is soft inquiries. Soft inquiries where a lender will do a soft pull. Basically, they'll glance at your credit, but it won't give you hard inquiries. So some lenders do soft inquiries, but when they're going to approve you for something, they're going to do a hard inquiry. Okay? So typically, you get soft inquiries, for example, pre-approved for a credit card, like PenFed, NASA, they'll do pre-approval, and they'll glance at your credit and like, hey, you're pre-approved. And then if you want to accept the credit card they give you, then it will be a hard inquiry. So you want to be, very cautious of that. It's very important. You want to make sure your credit is good, is in position before you just take all these, through all these pre-approvals, and then, your credit is not where it needs to be, and you're accepting the offer, and you get all these inquiries, and just making it worse. You want to do damage control. All right. So inquiries stay on your credit report for 2 years. Now, 1 or 2 inquiries are okay, but if you have at least 5 or 10 or 20. Big negative. You can have clients that have a 700 plus credit score and they have 10 inquiries on their credit report. They get denied. I have a client like that right now. He got 10 inquiries. They're denying you because in the bank eyes or the financial institution, hold on, you look desperate. You may have a financial problem going on. You're applying through all the banks. We're not going to lend to you. It may be risky. And that's where they look for. Like they're determining the risk because they're giving you, and typically it's credit cards because credit cards are unsecured. If it's a car, if it's a house, they don't care about the inquiries. Why? Because they have secured collateral. They're like, all right, well, if you don't pay, we can just take this car back. If you don't pay, we can just, foreclose on a home. But when it comes to unsecured, they're very, very cautious, looking at the risk of their lending out and, the likelihood of you paying back. They don't know you from a can of paint. There's like going off your credit score. Hey, we're going to lend you some money. Now, how can we take it off? Now, the way that we take it off is you're going to leverage a script that you see right here. All right. I'm going to put the link in the description where you can download this script. And now what you're going to do is that you're going to actually call the credit bureaus. I'm going to put all their numbers here in the script and call them. And you're going to ask to speak to the fraud department when you call in the credit bureau. So, for example, you're going to call Experian. Experian is one of the easiest ones. You're going to call them and ask them, hey, can I speak to the fraud department? Now, when we speak to the fraud department, you're going to tell them, hey, I want to remove unauthorized inquiries off my credit report. They're going to ask you, what's the name? What's the date? They also would ask you a couple questions. Hey, did you call the creditors? I'm like, yes, they told me to contact you guys. They may tell you to go back to the creditors. Say, no, they told me to contact you guys. And now, they'll remove it. Typically, within 24 hours, it'll come off. Sometimes it's less. Within an hour, it comes off your credit report. But typically, 24 hours will come off. Okay, so you'll do the same thing with Equifax. You do the same thing with TransUnion. You're gonna leverage the script that you see right here. You can download it in the description, and you're gonna mention, "I want to remove these unauthorized inquiries off my credit report." You're gonna give them. You want to make sure you have your credit report pulled up, so that way you can give them the name of the creditor and you can give them the date. That's very important. So they can match it up and line it up and remove it off your report. Okay. Now you want to do this when you're applying for funding and you're getting hit with inquiries because you got approvals or they just pulled your credit report. Now, once you finish the first round of funding, you want to go ahead and remove all the inquiries off by calling the credit bureaus. Now, sometimes it may give you some pushback. The second method I'm going to give you that you can use to remove the inquiries is you could do CFPB, where you could go to Consumer Financial Government Agency, CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and you're actually going to let them know, hey, look, you're going to do a complaint. You want to dispute these unauthorized inquiries. And typically, they'll get that off within about 7 and 15 days. With the CFPB, that's something that's online that you can actually do. Make sure you have your credit report pulled up so you can put that in the dispute, the name of the creditor, the date, and let them know you want to remove unauthorized inquiries with Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, and you have to create an account with CFPB. It's 100% free to do that. Now, the other way you could do this is you could do a regular dispute. You could draft a dispute letter, include these unauthorized inquiries there, and send it off. But that's very difficult. It was easy back in the day. Now it's not easy. You want to call them first. If that doesn't work, then you want to do CFPB. And those two methods will work and they'll take off the inquiries off your report. And now you'll be back to zero or whatever amount that they take off your report, what you left with on your inquiries, and then you'll be good to go from there. But it's very, very important. Most people think it's just, hey, I got to have great credit. I have good payment history. I have good length of history. But if you got a lot of inquiries on your report, you will get denied. I see it happen all the time that it happens. So inquiries, make sure you keep it to a minimum. You're not looking desperate. You know, just think about it. Like if it's a guy trying to talk to a girl, he seen a desperate lady. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like you desperate. I'm good off. You know, so the same thing when it comes to the banks. You don't want to look desperate to them. And if you have a lot of inquiries, guess what? You look desperate. So hope you got value. Use this method. I'm going to put the PDF in the link in the chat so you can use it. Works. If it works, come back to the comments. Let me know. Come back to my page. Let me know how it worked out. And from there, if you guys want more information, how to get your credit in position to qualify for business funding, click the link in the description. And if you want more information, how to get started in short-term rental and Airbnb, go ahead and click the link in the description to get more information how to get started in Airbnb. I have 100% free training that will teach you step by step on how to get started in the Airbnb game. So with that being said, I'm going to see you in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys at the top. Let's go.